10 of the most underrated NBA players in history. Hey guys, welcome back to Sports Shore, and today we are showing the most underrated NBA players in history. Are you excited? Well, before we begin, subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to never miss out. Here we begin. Number 10, Clyde Drexler. Clyde the Glide is a fictional character created by Clyde the Glide Drexler. Not only has one of the most imposing nicknames in the NBA, but he also boasts one of the most distinguished basketball careers in history. He was a member of the famed 1992 United States Men Olympic basketball team, also known as the Dream Team, and an NBA champion with the Houston Rockets and a 10-time NBA All-Star. Following his final season in the NBA with the Rockets in 97 and 98, he returned to his alma mater to take over as head coach of the Cougars. Number 9, Latrell Sprewell. Every time Latrell Sprewell's name comes up in the NBA conversation, it brings back a flood of memories, which usually start with optimism and promise and finish with absolute anger and disbelief. Sprewell's talent was evident from the start when he scored 15.4 points per game as a rookie, led his club with scoring, and became a 4-time All-Star just a few years later. The biggest complaint on Spree was his penchant for making rash decisions, the most infamous of which is when he choked his head coach during a Warriors practice session. Number 8, Alonzo Mourning. Alonzo Mourning is most known for his position as a critical reserve on the 2006 Miami Heat championship team, or is probably the most dominant center in the league, second to Shaq during his time with the Charlotte Hornets in the 90s. In any case, most people are unlikely to recall how the former perennial All-Star, Defensive Player of the Year, and blocks leader somehow returned to the NBA after missing an entire season 2002-2003 due to a failing kidney that necessitated a transplant. Number 7, Shareef Abdur-Rahim. Shareef Abdur-Rahim has the potential to be one of the NBA Draft Class 1996 top superstars. Unfortunately for him, the Vancouver Grizzlies selected him as the first overall pick, even though the team was in shambles. His prime years of basketball were lost because the Grizzlies failed to surround him with a superior skill and supporting cast, and Abdur-Rahim was never able to show the world what he can accomplish and achieve at the greatest level. After 5 seasons with the Grizzlies, Reef was traded to the Hawks, where he was named an All-Star, and then to the Portland Trail Blazers before joining the Sacramento Kings. Number 6, Rashard Lewis. Rashard Lewis and Ray Allen were among the most dangerous shooting duos on the hard court when the Seattle Supersonics were still an NBA franchise. Long before Steph Curry and Klay Thompson broke in and ruled the NBA with their famed three-point shooting, they were the original Splash Bros. Lewis would receive a massive contract offer from the Orlando Magic after demonstrating his great offensive potential, making him the most paid player in the league for 3 years, surpassing megastars like Duncan, Garnett, and Nowitzki. Number 5, Robert Horry. For one of the most teams for which he has played, Robert Horry has been a lucky charm. Horry won 7 titles with the Rockets 2, Lakers 3, and Spurs 2, which is the most for any player outside of the 1960s Boston Celtics. Given that he wasn't even a borderline all-star in his peak and largely played off the bench, that's a remarkable collection of NBA hardware. Horry has earned the moniker Big Shot Rob for being one of the best role players, victors, and clutch performances of all time. Number 4, Dennis Johnson. Because of the presence of a megastar teammate, several high-caliber players in the NBA have their outstanding performance and impact on the floor. Dennis Johnson was one of them, and he was an effective baller from his rookie season until his final season in the league. Before retiring, Johnson was a 5-time All-Star and 3-time NBA champion with the Seattle Supersonics and Boston Celtics. Even though his number 3 jerseys were raised in the rafters of the TD Garden, many NBA fans remember the great basketball player simply as one of Larry Bird's teammates. He died of a heart attack. Number 3, Mitch Richmond. If you start following the NBA in the 1990s, you might not be familiar with players like Mitch Richmond, who played before that time. Mitch the Rock Richmond had a career average of 21 points and 3.5 assists per game in 976 games in the NBA. With lights-out shooting and one of the purest strokes the sport has ever seen, during the twilight of his career, the Sacramento Kings veteran earned a championship with the LA Lakers in 2002. Number 2, Del Curry. In casual conversation, Del Curry's name is often mentioned as an afterthought with his celebrity son, 2-time NBA MVP Steph Curry, or even with his less accomplished son, Seth Curry. When either of the Curry brothers start swishing from beyond the arc, pundits frequently exclaim, "He's got his dad's shootings." The greatness of his son Steph Curry, who revolutionized the game with his distinctive style of play, may have eclipsed Del Curry's legacy as an NBA player. Del spent most of his NBA career with the Charlotte Hornets, where he specialized in three-point shooting. Number 1, Larry Johnson. The Hornets selected Larry Johnson number 1 overall in the 91 NBA draft, and he went on to win NBA Rookie of the Year in his first season. Johnson was named to start the 93 NBA All-Star Game 2 years later, making him the first Hornets player to receive the honor. Johnson had his most productive season in the NBA that year, averaging 22.1 points and 10.5 rebounds per game, along with Alonzo Mourning, Del Curry, and Muggsy Bogues. LJ was rebounding and scoring machine for the vintage Hornets of the 1990s. Johnson's career, however, resembled that of a one-hit wonder. So these are the 10 most underrated NBA players in history. Share your views in the comments below, and until the next video, stay tuned and subscribe for more. See you.